We are done for now. Yeah, so we are taking a break.
Mm-hmm.
Not a permanent one.
No, of course not. Well, we have a few things to do.
Just a few things.
Well, we're doing our daughter's bedroom, and she doesn't want any of that shown before or after.
Right, so we have our daughter's room. And in general, I mean, I need to get a bunch of things done because if you've watched our channel before, I'm sort of the person behind
You do all the editing,
channel.
yes.
Lincoln's kind of like the guest star.
Yeah.
Right, like special guest star, Lincoln.
And introducing.
Yeah, and like in the Love Boat, you know, they always had a special guest. I'm finding it difficult to get coordinated and
get regular things done.
Yeah, regular things done. And unfortunately, you know, YouTube punishes people for taking time off. You know, the algorithm isn't kind when you take time off. That's why there are so many channels that never take a break, and they're burned out YouTubers. So we're kind of feeling a little burned out right now. And I know you guys are nice and thoughtful, and you're like, oh, just take your time, put out content when you want to. Unfortunately, that doesn't always work.
Right.
Because once you stop putting videos out, you know, views tank. Everything sort of tanks.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys can binge watch some of our episodes. I'm going to link some of my favorite videos that we've done down below in the description, so you can take a look at that. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I know it sounds silly. Turn on your notifications because you'll, you know, find out when we put a new video.
You'll know when we put a new one out.
Because it really helps small channels like ours grow. And we are a small channel. Our next goal is 100,000 subscribers.
Well, that's, as far as YouTube's concerned, that's the first one where they even acknowledge you.
It's 100,000, yeah. Don't they send you a plaque or
something? They send you a little plaque to put on your...
It would be nice, I guess. But anyway, we're kind of both feeling a little burned out from this, and we need a reset. We have so many things coming up.
We hired an architect to help us design our kitchen. Mm-hmm. Because we're going to start on that. And that's, I guess, another reason we need some time off is because I need to do some investigation in the kitchen to determine if the hidden fireplace is something that we want to save. Because if we do, it determines the kitchen layout to a certain extent. So,
yeah, because he can't draw two sets of plans.
Well, so paying for two sets just for two different layouts isn't really worthwhile.
It's not in the budget either. So Lincoln's got to take the dishwasher out.
Yeah, pull it out, crawl in there, and start chipping away and
just
see what it's like.
What it's like, because that's going to determine, does our stove go there or do we have a fireplace?
Right.
He's coming next week. That's exciting. We've been busy in the garden all day. In the last few days. Yeah, we've gotten a lot done though, I think.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart has a new gardening book out.
Oh, really?
And if you act like you're so excited. Oh, really? I didn't get that notification.
I know, and she's got incredible gardens, but she's got people to help her too.
Oh, I know, but
a lot of people.
But I saw an interview with her, and what resonated with me, she made a really good point. She's like, it can take at least 5 years to build a garden. And it can take a year to totally ruin it. And I've done an excellent job of
building one and ruining it.
Building one and ruining it. So that just totally resonated with me.
Yeah.
I think we're going to take to the end of the month, which isn't, in the scheme of things, isn't a lot of time. Then we'll be back. You know, we also have guests coming over the summer, so we kind of need to get things prepared. We're traveling, of course, separately. We travel separately like the president and the vice president of the United States.
We can never be in the same place.
No, we can never. This is rare, right? That we're together. Yeah. We kind of need a little bit of family time too with our children. So look for a bunch of new videos when we return. Yeah. We'll be fresh as daisies. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you guys will just keep watching and put them on a loop or something, you know? So our mics are dead. We just went to use them, so you're going to have to speak up a little.
Oh no.
Yeah, you need a megaphone. You got the rock out.
Yes.
The rock is gone.
Well, what we needed to get out. There's still plenty of rock there, but it's below where we need
You
it.
just finish it with the pickaxe.
Yeah, pickaxe, it just breaks into little pieces like slate does.
Yeah.
And then you shovel it out. It's harder than digging dirt out, but it's not serious. It's not like trying to break granite or something.
Yeah, so my
know?
dynamite idea wasn't
it
wasn't necessary. Okay. Well, that's good news. What's the next step?
The wood here is the form for the concrete. The concrete will go between them. The inner ones here haven't been screwed together yet, so you sort of have to imagine that they look kind of like a smaller version of the big square. So the concrete gets poured between them and, leveled off at the top. It's completely level, and that's the top of the foundation. Then you take the wood away and you've got your concrete foundation.
And then it's time to remove the soil above.
Well, this soil between, inside of it, because this point, the top of the wood, is going to be the top of the foundation.
Mm-hmm. And we
So
have a big
anything
discrepancy here
right.
between soil and...
Right. So anything above that is above the floor of the greenhouse.
And it's got to go.
That end is okay. We made it so it's level with the center of the front. If you can see, it sticks up a little bit over there.
Yeah, it's not too
and
bad.
Everywhere else, it needs to come out. So something I remembered that I had forgotten, we wanted the greenhouse to sit along the center of this wall. And back when we did the garden, I made the fig tree the center of the total garden. Those two things should line up.
And do they?
They do.
Oh.
And I didn't even try. It is measured well. When we eventually make gravel paths, one coming from there to here will come right to the center of the greenhouse.
Our idea is to gravel around, obviously, the greenhouse, but then eventually, maybe next season, is to create a gravel path that goes from here to the center and then gravel the little paths in between the beds, yes. Because it'll cut down on maintenance for us and
definitely.
Make life a lot easier. It'll look nicer too. It'll look more polished and
more like a garden.
A proper garden, because right now it looks like a show, if you will. It's coming along, but our goal is to make it so this doesn't happen every year where it's just weeds. Maybe expand beds, but that's down the line when I have full-time staff.
That's a lot of
when I have my team of 7 out here. Okay, so the $1 million question, when will this be done?
Well, we'll probably have the foundation done this week. Mm-hmm. Then there's putting the greenhouse on top of it, and then putting all the glass in the greenhouse.
I think that's going to be the
glass is certainly
trickiest.
the hardest thing. So, I'm not going to rush that. So we'll see how long that takes, but it shouldn't be too long.
We spent the past 3 days in the garden working to clear the garden beds and get some seedlings in. So our job today is to clean up this mess. The problem is, we're going to start, so we have our strimmer, and basically what we're going to do is cut down the weeds that have grown and then put a layer of cardboard on top and soil. I bought a big roll of cardboard, so that's going to go down. So in this jungle, there's some hidden fennel, which is nice. It's time to pick it now. Gee, I have 3 bulbs. I mean, it still, looks like an extreme mess, but it's better than it was. So what we're going to be doing today, I think, is just covering these 5 beds with cardboard and preparing them for soil. And I hear thunder in the background.
Yeah, it's getting louder.
You hear that? Come on, Guava's coming. Enzo, why don't you come in from the rain? He's standing right outside the door. Come on. Yeah, Guava's smart. The rain stopped and we were able to resume work. And then the rain came back and we called it a day. We've never been satisfied with our tap water here at the Chateau. It tastes terrible, and because of that, we've been drinking only bottled water. Not exactly environmentally friendly or cost-effective. That's why we're so pleased that our sponsor today is Drio, a 7-layer reverse osmosis countertop water purification system. It effectively removes 99.9% of contaminants. Compared to traditional water pitchers or UV sterilization, Drio's reverse osmosis system is far superior, removing bacteria, heavy metals, and harmful chemicals from your tap water. My favorite feature is that it works fast, filling this 1.5-liter pitcher in just 4 minutes. It's really handy because it comes with 2 pitchers, so you can always have great tasting water on hand. The best part is that there's no installation required. You just plug it in and it's ready to go. It's got an easy-to-read LED display and touchscreen that even Fluffy can use. I can also easily monitor the water quality instantly. The TDS readings on the display keep me updated on the total dissolved solids in our water. We use our Drio for pretty much everything now. Even the dogs are loving the great taste. Thanks to Drio, clean, great tasting water isn't a luxury, it's our new normal. So if we've sparked your interest, click on our exclusive link below to discover more. A huge thanks to Drio for sponsoring our video today. Well, it's raining again. Can't catch a break. So these pieces of metal in front of me, those are raised vegetable beds. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about these. So this is taking much too long and I'm not even sure I like it. Yeah. So I think we should carry it to the greenhouse and see what it looks like before we continue.
Yeah, it can be smaller, you know.
Yeah, but the look, it almost looks like a barrel.
It can be any length from being basically round
Yeah.
to just having one on the side,
Mm-hmm.
the other side of the floor. So I think it's too tall. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's just there's too much of it. If it were low, you wouldn't see as much of it, you know?
Yeah, it just looks like you want to take an old-timey bath or something. You know, get your scrub brush. And I don't know. I think it's too high, definitely. That's the thing. Do we use it just because it was free, or do we actually get something we like?
No, I'd rather not do that.
Yeah.
Because once you put some soil in it, there's not
That's the
going
thing.
back.
Yeah. I think I'm glad I stopped you. I mean, this was like an all-day project, this thing.
No, we needed to get that much of it together in order to be able to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I know. We could use this elsewhere, like out in the orchard.
Where no one's going to see it.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, let us know in the comments what you guys think. Think I can fudge it so it looks okay, or do we just put it somewhere else? Well, I've weeded my strawberries. Those are the weeds. And these are my strawberries. They look actually pretty good. We're getting a lot of fruit. This bed used to be filled with strawberries, but we realized we had more than we could possibly use. They do multiply quickly, and if you're not careful, you have them everywhere. Not such a bad thing, I suppose. They're nice. Strawberries grow so easily around here. It's amazing. They kind of grow like weeds. So I got another bed done. So I basically have 2 beds completed. I have a slew of things in here. I have celery, I planted dill, lettuce, I have some cabbage. I've never grown this variety before. I planted it from seed and it's, I can't remember the name of it, I'll look it up. I have some onions planted in between. Some of them are starting to sprout. But I do have visitors, I have voles, and my beds are very uneven and they haven't eaten anything yet, but I'm sure there's time. These are purple tomatillos I grew from seed, and I've just sort of left them outside for a couple of weeks, so now it's time to actually get them in the ground. I've never grown tomatillos before. If you don't know what a tomatillo is, it's like a husked tomato, usually used in salsas and things, and Mexican cooking, that sort of thing. I'm kind of excited to see if they grow. These are my hot peppers, and they're looking a little sad. So I'm going to transplant each one into another pot, since these will be going into my greenhouse once it's finished. Fingers crossed it's finished soon. I can't plant these in the ground because they won't grow. It's just too cold around here. So we need these to be inside. These are little aubergine or eggplants. These will also have to go into the greenhouse because I've never had luck with these outside in this climate. So I got to get these transplanted soon before they croak on me. This messy area over here used to be a garden bed last year, and we are just going to mow over it. It's just too much for me this season. So there's a lot to do, but we're getting there. And I'm excited to get planting. Well, I'm calling it a day. I think I got a decent amount done. So hopefully the next time you visit our garden, this will all be flourishing and pretty much finished. The one garden I do have under control is our small kitchen garden. We put this in last May, and it's made an area that was a bit of an eyesore, much prettier and totally functional. So my lettuce is being attacked by slugs in my little kitchen garden. So last night I put out some beer, and I think it did the trick. We got a lot of slugs. Of course, I used the cheapest beer I could find, but it definitely works. This is the time of year when our park becomes one big meadow. The grass grows, then the farmer makes hay. We create a path so there's always access to the swings, a very important part of our daily routines. Our daughter mowed this for us this morning, so she was very precise. She made a nice circular motion here, going all the way around the tree, which is lovely. And she even brought the strimmer out to clean around the old stump and the tree. This week we were also able to squeeze in some mowing, which we desperately needed to do. We were without a functioning tractor because, well, the seat fell off. It was welded back to health, and thanks to the guys at the shop, Lincoln will never not know which tractor is his. Here's Buttercup. Buttercup's looking good. Nothing you want to add? No?
Let me do a little soft shoe.
Yeah, why don't you do a little dance?
I don't know how to
I've
do
never seen you dance.
that. I do not dance.
Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and if you have something to say, leave us a comment.